40% of all Americans struggle with some sort of mental health issue. And among those 40%, many of those people are parents. When you're a parent, all you want to do is protect and raise a healthy child. And you don't want your child's success or their well-being to be limited by your mental health. One of the biggest problems when you have mental health issues is getting the help you need, talking about it, being okay with it, being brave enough to own it as part of your story, but not allowing it to identify you. In other words, when you have mental health issues, there's such a stigma that you have to be careful. You kind of censor yourself. Who's safe to talk to this about and who's not? And for the most part, they're forced to do this because of the way society sometimes reacts. It's getting better, but it's not 100%. If you have a child and you're parenting with mental health issues, I've got 5 things that I think are important for you to focus on and maybe put into part of your daily living routine so that you can make the courageous decisions to take care of yourself, not allow your mental health issue to limit you or your child or any part of your parenting story. Okay, the first thing is make sure that you get the treatment you need. You know, it's oftentimes the hardest step of all to take care of and go to those appointments and get the help. When you feel like something is off, rather than putting it off for the sake of your child or the sake of another to-do thing, do not do that. It's more important that you take care of yourself, because the greatest gift you're going to give your child is the health, the well-being of you. You're the one taking care of that child. It's important you're mentally well and safe in your own skin. Secondly, reach out and connect with others. Yes, I just talked about the stigma and it is there, but it's also important for you that you do reach out and connect, because mental illness can be really isolating, especially if you're feeling depressed right now or anxious. Connect with spiritual leaders from your church. Go to your doctor, talk to your child's school counselor. Many times when the school counselor knows who you are as a parent and what you are struggling with specifically, they can help your children on those days that you feel may be harder for you and you may be struggling more. Talk to your physician. Physicians have lists of therapists, psychologists, psychiatrists that they can refer you to, and you're going to get the help you need via your medical doctor. Sometimes some of the medical issues you have going on can affect your mental health. So once again, I always think it's a good idea to begin with your medical doctor. Thirdly, create a what-if plan. A what-if plan is to create a plan so when you have a really bad day, your child is still picked up, still cared for, still the homework is done, and your child is in a safe place. Identify at least 3 people within your social circle or your professional circle that could pick up your child. Let your child know. This is going to help your child feel secure, and it's also going to take a big load off your back, because parents worry about that. Even if they don't have mental illness, when they do have mental illness, it's more of a real worry. Next, enroll your child in extracurricular activities. Your child needs to be around other kids, around other adults. That's really going to help them take their mind off some of the things that are going around at home. Plus, you can get very limiting with your child. When you're feeling bad, anxious, or depressed, you may not want to go anywhere. So when your child is in other activities, they're staying busy, they're staying stimulated, and that's going to help you raise a more well-rounded child. And lastly, take care of and maintain your awareness of your parenting strengths. It's really easy to begin criticizing yourself and noticing the limitations of your mental health issues and thinking you're a bad parent and beating yourself up for that. I want you to make a list of at least 2 or 3 of your strengths as a parent. Focus on those. No one else can give your child those things that you do well. Allow your child to see your strengths shining through, And then your child will have a really clear picture about how brave you are, how courageous you are, that even though you do struggle with a mental health issue, you are an incredible mom or dad. Don't ever allow your mental illness to define you. It is not who you are. You are still you dealing with a mental illness, and who you are is much more important than any mental illness you struggle with.